Nezuko, here to save the day! She literally has done everything. She is this big, carrying around my boy Tanjiro, saving him because he can't walk.
Not just him.
Weak bitch. But then goes around saving everybody else, and these magical powers that this random mountain girl...
Well, hold on, let's remember.
Sorry.
Muzan was the one who infected her.
Correct. But why her?
Well,
He also infected the uppers, too.
We haven't got the far of the story yet.
Because we learned who infected these two. Anywho, back at it. We're back to the beginning. We're going to reel her back in.
They gave me exactly what I wanted.
Didn't you mention that last video?
This is exactly
what
I wanted.
It was fantastic.
First of all, thank God Tengen didn't die. Because if he would have died, I would have been really upset.
I was ready to accept it.
I wasn't. I was not. It was like, look, you killed Rengoku. What are you going to do? You're going to do this to every Hashira. Please.
He's like this. All right, I'm good. You've served your purpose.
Oh, I even said that other Hashiras were on their way, and another one came at the end.
Which we're going to talk about him very shortly.
Oh, I bet you he's going to be a badass when he fights.
First off, you know what? We're talking about it now. Because I didn't need no snake bitch slithering in.
After all that fighting.
The town is gone. Entertainment Ministry gone.
So you were already this close, and you couldn't have gotten here to help out?
Oh, and that's all you did? And he was number 6. He was the lowest of the upper 6.
I hated how much they diminished the fact of what they just did.
Yeah.
Okay?
This guy,
he's a cocky little bitch.
He better show us the shit then. I want to see something that's going to blow my mind.
When he fights a demon that's an upper rank, he better have his eyes closed yawning when he beats it.
Well, we saw who's, I think, going to be the next upper that we're fighting.
Oh, man.
Akaza.
Yeah, Akaza got... So
do
you remember when Rui died?
Yeah.
And all the rest of the lower 6 got summoned to the Infinite Realm?
To die.
Yes, they all died. Akaza was the only one in the upper 6 to get summoned. So I'm guessing that does mean that he's going to be a part of the next arc. Which, by the way, as soon as the episode ended, we found out that we got the preview for the next arc.
Oh, well then, stay tuned.
It was a teaser trailer, so it wasn't anything but the 2 Hashiras that are going to be involved in it.
And is it Snake Man?
No, it's not.
Oh.
Yeah, it's the girl who was like really bubbly, who like was trying to be really like nice to everyone, and the kid that got accepted as a Hashira within like 2 weeks.
I have to go back and it's not.
He's like blue hair. But anyway, back to the episode. Man, what a tearjerker!
Their
background
the
with Daki and Gotaro was everything I wanted it to be. Yes, her real name. Yeah, excuse me.
I think that's how you pronounce it.
It was about as tragic of a backstory as I was anticipating, and it was
now
really
we see
sad
why
and
he
depressing.
looks so wretched.
Yeah, I mean, life served him a very shitty hand.
Well, he was born in the poor district of... So they were both born and raised in that district.
And I like how they tied that in, too. Yep. The Entertainment District arc... The reason why they stayed there in the Entertainment District arc is because they had to make them suffer endlessly for the life that they had to live.
Daki grew up to be one of the runners of the houses, so she worked her way up. Now, mind you, we're really watching this show, and then, my brain doesn't really click until afterwards. Like, she was 13, having sex with a samurai, and defending herself. I'm like, wait a minute.
Did we know she was 13?
Yeah, because he said everything changed when she turned 13.
Well, back then it was probably fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure was.
Probably was.
Sure was. Anyway.
And
probably fine. Yeah.
I'm not going to go back in historical records and look up in ancient Japan what was permitted.
Well, because if you're 13, you probably died by 30. Yeah, you're at your midlife crisis by then.
Basically, yeah.
I mean,
what was life expectancy and what year are we talking about here?
I don't know.
1700s?
No, because they have electricity. So it has to be
when they were
late 1800s.
In their backstories, they didn't have electricity there.
Oh no, that's true.
It was hundreds of years ago.
Yeah, that was when it first started.
Yeah. Well, we don't know specifics. We're talking about maybe the 1500s.
All right, yeah. Either way, we're rambling. Great story about them. I think
it was a perfect way to wrap up the season. You were never going to top the penultimate. It wasn't going to happen.
Right.
What happened in the episode before the finale?
That was it.
You aren't going to get over
that.
But what you can do is wrap up the story, give us a conclusion with the backstory of the brother and sister, and man, Tanjiro's empathy. After all that, all he wanted to do was make sure that shit that Gotaro was saying to his sister wasn't
he covered his mouth because it was not true.
And in that realm where they were talking to each other when she got on his back and they walked through the fire together.
You felt that.
I did.
She was never going to leave him.
And then Tanjiro asked the question, I wonder if they made up. And Nezuko looked at him and was
You know,
like,
I don't like
yeah.
the fact that by the end of this, these assholes that were fighting our people, our main crew, we're starting to feel bad for them, and we wanted a peaceful end.
Right,
no,
they're
we don't
human.
want to. No, they were.
Yeah.
They were.
They
humans.
weren't.
Now they were killing humans for the fun of it.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, their story's tragic. And I felt bad for their
True.
tragic story. I didn't feel bad because I want them to be alive. I felt bad that, like, their life was unfortunate. Their
Okay.
entire life was unfortunate.
And they were trying to make it better.
Yeah, and
then that's where
Tanjiro
it
knows
got
that. And he didn't, it doesn't mean, like, you know, because Yuji from Jujutsu Kaisen, when he fights curses, again, if you haven't seen anything that we've done about Season 1 of Jujutsu Kaisen, it's above Ryan's head, but he didn't want to kill curses.
Because they were closer to people,
will
I think.
kill the demons.
He has to.
He just feels bad about the life that they had, that they lost when they became a demon. And I like that about Tanjiro.
Okay.
He'll still do the job, but he isn't without empathy after the fact.
Right.
And I like that, because that's how I would be. If I was a demon slayer, I would do my job.
I don't want to do this, but...
Yeah, I really wouldn't. And I would
Yeah.
feel for you when that was... And I would have closed his mouth, too. Like, don't say that, because you don't mean it.
And I felt... And I'm actually got real excited in that when the... Daki and Gyutaro were getting offered to become a demon. I'm like, I want to know that guy.
Oh, me too, man.
Whew, he's still got to exist. I'm sure he might be like one or two.
Oh, he's going to be one or two, yeah.
Like, he's been, like, he looked cool, but he was nice. He had that, like, that, okay, well, here, I want to give you the option to make you better and see where you can get in the ranks. And
he
that guy
knew
wasn't
that they
far
would be
off of
upper
what
rank.
happened. Yeah.
Before they were even turned. He was like, yeah, you have potential.
So that
this was a fantastic conclusion.
There were some other things that we got to cover real quick, because I have this. If I could figure out how to highlight on this thing, I would. Because Zenitsu's back to being a pussy. Excuse me. But he's being a little bitch, and I can't stand it. The minute he comes back out, he is screaming. And oh my god, you got that.
legs are long.
And then you have little micro Nezuko just throws him on the back and carries him over to him like, okay.
Look, you hate too
up.
hard on Zenitsu,
He
man.
did well while he was sleeping.
Yeah, when he was in his flow state, because he wasn't sleeping.
And then Nezuko saved Inosuke, Tengen, and...
everyone.
The wives, that one wife, I would have smacked her in the teeth, too. She was getting out of hand. That one wanted to. He was going to shove rocks in her mouth. I was like, just do it.
Ryan, this was a perfect ending.
That was great.
To a perfect season, and I am so excited to do the review for this, because, spoiler alert, it is not going to get less than an A.
Oh, God, yeah, I don't know.
This is about, I'm telling you right now, the last episode, so episode 10, was the most S tier of S tier that S tier can be. I told you last episode, you cannot beat what we saw last week.
Okay.
As from an anime perspective, and I know a lot of the audience is with me on this, how do you beat that?
Do you think emotional-wise this episode did better?
Oh, it tugged at your heartstrings more.
Right.
Last week was
Which
all
is
intensity.
action-packed,
It was all
and
intensity.
We stopped breathing when Tanjiro stopped breathing.
For like, the fourth time. It just didn't stop. It kept building and building and building and building. And then when it ended, it was like, how can they end it well? And they did a great job. So that was the end of Season 2 of Demon Slayer. UFO table, however you say that. You guys are out of this world talented. And we are getting Season 3 in 2023. It's already been announced. So stay tuned for our review of Season 2. And we will see you for that video.